Okay, so yesterday we talked about y equals mx plus b, and we talked about how simple it was if you were given the slope and given the y-intercept. Because if that's the case, you just replace m with your slope, and then you replace b with your y-intercept, and you have your equation, y equals mx plus b. And we did a couple of examples like that, and then we also talked about how to get an equation from a graph. And finally, yesterday we talked about how to determine if a point was on a line. You plug in the x and the y and see if the equation is true. Okay, so today, what we're going to do is move, well, first of all, let's go to page 28, which we did some things on 28 yesterday. But beyond number 1, we didn't do anything else on the top. So we're going to talk about questions 1, B, and C today, right inside here. Okay. Notice that, unlike the one we did yesterday, they didn't give me a y-intercept. They gave me a slope of -2, but then they gave me a point that it goes through. So all I know is that this, you don't have to draw this, but let me just give you a hint of what this looks like. This line goes through the point 2, 6, which I just plotted there, and it has a slope of -2/1. So it goes down 2/1, down 2/1. So it looks something like this if you were to graph it, right? And we have to come up with the equation of this line. In order to do that, we need to find the y-intercept, which looks like it's going to happen up here somewhere. But since this is just a little sketch, we're going to find it the official algebraic way. So back to this. They gave us an m, and they gave us an x, and they gave us a y. So here's what we do. I always start off by writing y equals mx plus b. I'm looking for b. I don't know the y-intercept. So I'm going to go blank equals blank times blank plus b. And I know all three of these blanks. They're up here. The y is what I need first. So y is 6. M is what I need next. M is -2. And x is what I need last, right here, which is 2. And then I can multiply these together, and I end up with 6 equals, that would be -4, right, plus b. And to solve for b, I have to get b alone. So to undo this -4, I add it, because that will cancel it out. But whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. 6 plus 4 is 10, so b is 10. And that's a lot of work just to find b. But that makes the last step really easy, because I have my m, and now I have my b. And if you put these two things together, you have your equation. Y equals mx plus b, right? There's my m, and there's my b. And that's the equation of the line in slope-intercept form. Okay, let's try the next one. Same idea. Remember, we start off with y equals mx plus b. I need to find b, so I'm going to go blank equals blank times blank plus b. Remember, they gave us the m right here. They gave us an x-coordinate and a y-coordinate. So the y goes here. The m goes here, 2/3. And the x goes here. We'll multiply these two together. -1 equals 2/3 of 12. You can go right to your calculator on that. Or put a 1 underneath the 12 and multiply across. You could just say 24 over 3 is 8. 8 plus b. Now to solve for b, I am going to take away 8 from both sides. Now if I'm already down 1 and then I go down 8 more, b is going to be negative 9. So just like the last problem, once I know the slope and I know the b, those are the two pieces I need to write the equation, which in this case is y equals mx plus b, and b was negative this time, so instead of a plus b, it's a minus b. So that is my answer. Okay. This stuff here is for tomorrow, so I'm going to jump ahead now from page 28 to, oh, we're going to stay on 28. Let's go to the bottom of 28. 3, ABC. And notice behind here what I crossed out, it said point slope form. Point slope form I'm not going to talk about yet. Point slope, instead of y equals mx plus b, point slope form looks like this. Whoops. And it can be helpful, but I think I choose to keep it simple and use one form when teaching this. So let's just say we're going to keep doing this in our y equals mx plus b form. Remember, I always say, right, y equals mx plus b. Blank equals blank blank plus b. They gave me an m, they gave me an x, and they gave me a y. So what goes right here? What goes right here? And finally, what goes right here? And in some classes, we may have done this example yesterday. In other classes, I'm not sure. But it's a good recap either way. I have 8 equals 9 plus b, right? Because negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. If I take away 9 from both sides, I get b equals negative 1. So now I have b and I have m. So I can write my equation y equals negative 3x minus 1. Let's try question B. A fraction going on here. Always start off. Y equals mx plus b. Blank equals blank blank plus b. They gave me the m, gave me an x, gave me a y. So what goes here? What goes here? And what goes here? This one's going to be a little bit, I hate to say ugly, but not going to come out pretty. So now I have 7 equals, what is going to go on here? Let's see, 5 sevenths times 2 is going to be 10 sevenths. So now I have 7 equals 10 sevenths plus b. I'm going to subtract 10 sevenths from both sides, right? That'll cancel there. So 7 minus 10 sevenths is what we're looking for. And you could type that into a calculator, or you could figure out that (49 sevenths) is really 7. So if you went 49 sevenths minus 10 sevenths, you would have 39 sevenths. So I'm going to call it 39 sevenths. But again, you can use a calculator on that. If you type it into your calculator, you can go 7 minus parenthesis 10/7. Okay, and I came up with 39/7. For my b, I already knew my m, so this answer is y equals 5/7 x, right, mx, plus b, which is 39/7. Again, not the prettiest, most easily graphed line, but it looks good. So let's look at C. No fractions. Y equals mx plus b. Blank equals blank blank plus b. They gave me an m. They gave me an x. They gave me a y. So y is what? M is what? And x is what? Okay, so now I can put these two together. -1 equals 7 times 5 is 35. Now to solve for b, I'm going to take away 35 from both sides. If I'm down 1, then down 35 more. That puts me at -36. So now I have my m, I have my b, and I can write my final answer of y equals mx plus b. And again, the plus is a negative this time because it was -36. Okay? So hopefully we're starting to get the pattern here. So let's jump forward to page 29, which happens to be my favorite number. And we'll try these three right here. Again, y equals mx plus b. Blank equals blank blank plus b. I want you to write that and start off this way for each one of these problems. They should all start off like that, and then you go plug in, for example, on this one, your y, your m, and your x. For this one, your y, your m, and your x. And for this one, your y, your m, and your x. Anything times 0 is 0, right? So I want you to finish these three right here, and that's what you're going to upload and post to Google Classroom is number 7 ABC on page 29.